Hello trainers, it's your boy Matty F Baby back here with some Tempest Cup action for you and for me. Anyways, we're going over today my guy Steelix, who I've always loved. Y'all should know this if you've been around with me. I love Steelix and steel types. Anyways, he's a steel type, steel and ground. He's gonna be weak to fighting, ground, fire, and water over there. Okay, so the move that I like on it is the Dragon Tail. It's going to get 3.3 energy as opposed to the 2 energy per turn from the Iron Tail. It's not going to be as super effective as much as the Iron Tail, but it's going to be resisted by a lot less too. Both of them are effective to different things in this cup, but I like the energy on the Dragon Tail, and it hits it hits pretty hard too. So then we have Crunch and Heavy Slam on ours. Crunch, you charge up really fast, and then Heavy Slam is super effective to a lot of stuff in this cup. Like I said, you got those ice and rock types, so you can go ahead and get like some super effective damage on like a Rhyperior or something, you know what I'm saying, with that. But anyways, we got the Earthquake for 65 energy. I'm not thinking Earthquake's a bad move with Steelix. If you go with Crunch and Earthquake, you have a high energy move with the Earthquake and a low energy move. That way you can burn some shields and also nuke someone, so you can use them for different things. But I also like Heavy Slam a lot as well, but don't sleep on the Earthquake. Even though it is a high energy move and we usually stay away from those, it's pretty decent with Steelix, I think, because of how tanky he is. So yeah, there we go. That's a little Steelix love. We like it a lot. It's resistant to a lot of different types, which you can go check out right here. It's resistant to bug, normal, 2 times the poison, and then as well as once to psychic, rock, steel, fairy, twice to electric, dragon. So yeah, it has a lot of resistances, and it has a lot of different, has a lot of good coverage, I believe, with the movesets. It's a good Pokemon. Alright, and in the blue corner we have a Steelix, and in the red corner we have Skarmory. So we're tapping away with the Dragon Tails, seeing who can get to the first charge move. We're going to try to get a Crunch off instead of a Heavy Slam. It's a faster move. It's not going to be resisted. All that jazzy goodness. So we're going to go ahead and tank this Sky Attack. Steelix can take these Sky Attacks like a champ. He has no issues with that at all. So we're sitting here tapping away. 0 shield usage from either party. He's going to go ahead and get his other Sky Attack off, which, you know, we're going to tank that as well. Getting ready to do the Crunch. If he decides to tap out, we go ahead and get that Crunch off on the Charizard. He uses his first shield, and now we're going to switch over to our lone Golem so we can hit him with that Rock Throw, which is going to be really devastating to a Charizard. So he brings in the Quagsire, which is going to be pretty devastating to the lone Graveler. We get off a Rock Blast, which he's going to go ahead and block. It's not going to do much damage to the Quagsire, as you see here on the next Rock Blast, as he doesn't block this one. So yeah, not really a great matchup there for us at all, but that's okay. And this is when we remembered that we still haven't used a fast TM on our Abomasnow. It has Powder Snow, so I was expecting to come in here and just take down the Quagsire real quick, but that was not the case at all. We do take it down with this Outrage, but we still have the Powder Snow, so we're gonna maybe switch over to the Razor Leaf. I'm not gonna use Abomasnow in the tournament, I don't think, because I do have a Tropius, so that's what I'd probably use if I was gonna use one of those. So anyways, Skarmory comes in and takes us out, and with our Abomasnow, and we're gonna go ahead and finally use the shield because you don't get any style points for winning with them, and then go ahead and finish off with the Crunch. Next we have the Flygon versus the Charizard, and we're going to be tapping away, and we're not going to be wanting to take some Dragon Claws from this Charizard, as we are a Dragon type Pokemon. So we're going to get the Dragon Claw off, and he is going to tank that one. We're going to go ahead and use a shield here. I thought we are not. We're going to see how much that takes. And anyways, it's going to be pretty harmful. It's not going to one-shot us, but it does hurt us. It hurt us a lot. But I think that was maybe a good call not for me not to use a shield, actually, because we do get 2 of our Dragon Claws off in that time span. So I like that give and take right there. So we bring in the Charizard on his Charizard, and we're going to go ahead and Dragon Claw the Whiscash that he then brings in, and oh, he's going to get the Mud Ball off first, which we tank because we are heckin' resistant to that. Pretty heckin' resistant. So here comes the Dragon Claw, which is not going to do very much damage to the Whiscash. We're going to go for 2 back-to-back as we stack that energy. and yeah, not doing that much per Dragon Claw, but back to back and not shielding either, it's going to do a pretty hefty damage. So Charizard is getting a little light in HP. Even though we resist, we decide to shield there to make sure that he has a little more HP going into the rest of this battle. So there's a Blast Burn coming in. We decided to use our last shield and block that, and then we got a little too cute and we thought we had enough time, so we were going to go and try and get a Dragon Claw off before he did, but he got it off first. Thankfully, we barely survived. So we go ahead and get a Dragon Claw off on the Beautifly after we take down the Charizard with a fast move, and then, yeah, bring in the Steelix, and we're going to go for one Heavy Slam and with no shields. It's almost going to take out the Beautifly. It's going to be one more hit from a Dragon Tail. We're going to take this Silver Wind like a champ, you know, because that's Steelix. He's a little tanky dude. Next, we have the Skarmory versus the Drifblim, and right here I'm like, oh lord, this doesn't seem very good for me. I'm not a big fan of Drifblim anyhow, but I'm not a big fan of him for this tournament, but I like him a lot as a Pokemon. I think he's really cool, and he's pretty heckin' tanky too. So anyways, we're gonna all be switching out and stuff here. I switched first and into the Steelix. He's gonna bring in the Charizard, and yeah, that heckin' is going to be a nice little matchup here. We're going to get the Crunch off on the Charizard. He gets the Dragon Claw off. I thought it was a Blast Burn there, is why I shielded. I should not have shielded there. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I thought that there was enough energy built up at that point for him to get a Blast Burn off. But as you see there, we take the second Dragon Claw, and it doesn't do heckin' anything to us there. Right there, we're hoping that we can feint him on the quick moves and then have a Crunch or a Flash Cannon to send over to the next Pokemon coming in, and we just barely do get the Charizard down. So we were just a little ahead in HP, and it turned out to work out for us. So we bring in the Drifblim here, and we do not get the 2 bars on that move. There's a couple times in this video, I think 2 times, where I don't get the 3 circles on my charge attack. So it sucks when that happens, but it is going to happen sometimes. So here we go. Luckily that time he shielded when that happened. But anyways, Ominous Wind going in towards the Skarmory, which is not going to do very much anything to it. We think we're going to get wiped right here. Thankfully we don't get all the way wiped. We can get a couple of more fast moves off. I'm tapping on the Ominous Wind, but I don't hit it, or I don't get it off in time. So yeah, we end up fainting our Drifblim. We're going to tank the Sky Attack from the Skarmory very well here. You know, so the Steel type tanks that well. We're going to go ahead and down the other Skarmory on the fast moves and save our Sky Attack for the Quagsire that's coming back in. We go and get another Sky Attack off here. It does a pretty good amount of damage on the Quagsire, and we're not sure if we're going to get the charge move off again before he does. Not sure how much energy he had built up from its last time in, but we do get the Sky Attack off first. So next, we're going to be having a Steelix versus Rhyperior. These are 2 Pokemon I really like a lot. Anyways, we're Dragon Tailing, he's Smackdowning, we're having a good old time. We're going to go ahead and try to get a Crunch off, but he gets the Surf off first, which we're going to block. He is not going to block the Crunch. It does a pretty good amount of damage here. But yeah, we'll go down a Shield to start, up in HP. And next he's going to be doing, you know, same exchange stuff. We go first this time. He's going to shield up. We're not going to shield up. We're going to take a pretty decent amount of damage from the Surf, but you know, Steelix is a tank, and even though it is a super effective hit on us, it's not going to be the end of Steelix's day. So now we're going to finish off the Rhyperior with the fast moves, and after that they're going to be bringing in the Quagsire again. We decide to switch out real quick to our Altaria. I maybe should have got the Crunch off and then just let Steelix die there, but ends up working out. He brings in the Charizard. We're going to get a Sky Attack off real quick, which will be blocked. He's going to be building up energy for a Dragon Claw is what we're thinking. Here it comes, the Blast Burn. So yeah, he's going to get the Blast Burn off if he has Dragon Claw, which he does. I feel like he should have went with the Dragon Claw there, less energy. Anyways, we get the Sky Attack off and finish off the Charizard. Next we have the Quagsire coming back in, and we're going to heckin' take this Earthquake like a champ, like it's not even a person's business, and then get the Sky Attack off and finish him out. GG Doza. I hope that you enjoyed our little look at Steelix. It is one of my favorite Pokemon in general. Like I said, we're going to be having more Pokemon coverage coming up. We got like Altaria, Skarmory, we got Abomasnow, all sorts of other Pokemon as well. So stick around and subscribe if you're new. And I know that some of y'all know this, but in case you didn't know, it's your boy, Matty F. Baby, and I'm feeling freaking loved and appreciated, and I hope you are too. Thank you so much. Peace out.